What's up, everybody? It's Critical here, and the Nintendo ninjas are real. Just kidding. People in the last video were like, oh, look at this wannabe Critical. I'm not allowed to commentate on something on my computer sitting in front of a camera with a microphone. It's been done a lot longer than Critical's been doing it. Just saying. It's me, Mudahar. We've got the whole H3H3. It's been going on for a while, and it's a great format, all right? So what am I not going to do it? It's fun to do. I'm having fun doing it. And I wanted to do it more, so here we are doing it again. I'm sorry if that upsets you. If it does, you don't have to watch. Just saying. A couple days ago, at this point, maybe a few days, even maybe 3 days, some documents were leaked online amongst the hacking community. I think hackers actually got these documents somehow. I don't know how they do it. They're ninjas in their own right. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know anything about tech. I tried to download the files, couldn't do it. It was Photoshop files and everything, and I didn't know what the hell was going on. So we're just going to look at some screenshots from Twitter, but that pretty much gives us all the information we really need. These documents show Nintendo literally stalking a DSi, DS, 3DS hacker by the name of Neimod, Neimod, I don't know how you say that. I don't know the hackers. I'm not, I don't follow any of this or anything. What I saw was outrageous, fantastic, and bombastic on Nintendo's part, and I wanted to talk about it. So here we are. We're going to get into it. Like I said, just some screenshots on Twitter. But I'm sure you've heard people talk about this. A lot of people have been talking about this. I'm late to things lately because I'm a busy boy. Better late than never, right? So Nintendo went after this guy, Neimod, whatever. I'm sure he signed an NDA or something. This happened a long time ago, in like 2013 or something like that, I believe, from what I was reading here. But I'm sure this just now came out because he signed NDAs and everything. I think he actually worked with Nintendo officially, or they wanted him to, at least according to these documents here. A hacker enforcement proposal. It is recommended before any public release of their exploits. Neimod is the priority target for the following reasons. A priority target. This is some FBI, CIA type of language here. He has been involved in DS and DSi hacking. He enjoys a very high reputation within the hacking scene for Nintendo products. He is highly skilled hardware engineer. Key investigation findings. Expert computer programmer. They researched this guy seriously like they're the fucking FBI. This is no joke. Nintendo ninjas are dead serious out here. Current employment. Recipient winner of governmental grant, 12,000 euros. He lives in Belgium, which we'll touch on later in something hilarious. For entrepreneurial work in computer science and the arts. He has an office in a well-established and secured business office park. Winner of the Lucan Bell Award in 2011 for university thesis project. This guy is a pro, all right? Across the board. He just has fun hacking DSs in his spare time, I guess. University graduate with Master of Informatics, specialty in hardware architecture. They even have his lifestyle and his activities. They no joke surveyed this guy for a good bit. 26-year-old male living with parents in Denningrad, Belgium. Typical week includes work 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Evenings and weekends are primarily spent at home. Surveillance didn't reveal any friends or visitors entering or leaving the residence with Neimod. They camped outside this guy's house in a van, I'm assuming, or whatever. They surveyed this guy for literal days at a time. They have his work schedule hour to hour. They were watching to see who came and went from his home. His weekends were spent at home. They paid people to go sit in a van or whatever the case was and just sit there with binoculars and being like, he's still inside his room and he's still hacking. That bastard. Only additional activity included a trip to the bank and a restaurant alone. Now they're roasting the guy. Yeah, it is 2013. April 15, 2013, 10 a.m. This is their planning of confronting Neimod. Team assembles at local hotel to discuss and finalize plans. This is a whole task force for one guy hacking DS systems. Review and discussion of Neimod's activities schedule of the previous week. They're going to talk about what he did, which is pretty much just stay at home, and that's it. Decide on timing/location of first attempted contact, e.g. after work, at home, etc. They were going to approach this guy after work. Considering approaching him after work, that's really weird, and it seems super intimidating. Decide whether other team members will wait nearby while contact is made. Discuss possible locations to go with Neimod for further discussion away from home or work if he wishes, e.g. restaurant, coffee shop, etc. So they might have treated him to dinner, obviously, but they're a little, like, you got these guys in suits like, we've been watching you. We've literally been sitting outside of your house for days at a time, and we know what you do, when you do it, and who you do it with. Well, would you like some dinner while we talk? Local investigators alerts team when Neimod exits from work. How many teams are involved in this one? Can you not just talk to this guy over email and go, hey, can you stop hacking DSs, please? Because we don't appreciate that. But literally you hire teams and teams of people to take who knows how long amount of time to survey this guy and then approach him. But here we go. 6:30 p.m. Contact team, likely 2 individuals, Nerd and NOA Legal Nintendo of America. I don't know what Nerd is. Approaches Neimod as he arrives home or after he has entered. This first sequence of events and conversation normally happens very rapidly. So this is kind of like just like they're speculating what could happen here. That's not actually what happened. But approach Neimod in a friendly, non-threatening, professional, and courteous manner. Make introductions. Provide a business card, Nintendo or local investigator with local phone number. Engage Neimod in conversation. Acknowledge his engineering programming aptitude. Cite his stated intention of not facilitating piracy. And relate Nintendo's concerns that his release of a hack could do exactly that. Nintendo states its sincere interest in coming to some sort of mutual acceptable agreement with Neimod to discontinue hacking of Nintendo system products as opposed to pursuing a criminal referral. Draft complaint may or may not be shown to Neimod at this point to demonstrate severity and seriousness of the matter, depending on his demeanor, reaction, and perceived interest in engaging in discussion. So they're gonna play it by ear. If Neimod's like going along with like, yeah, you're right, I shouldn't have been hacking those DSs. What was I thinking? I'm just having fun by myself on my home. I don't know if he's trying to make money off it, but there was like a little chat log where he talked about like someone was like, hey, can you hack my thing? And when are you gonna make this available for purchase and stuff? And he jokingly said like, when I have a factory with thousands of Asians working for me, blah blah blah. I think he's just doing this for fun, right? Like he clearly has a professional career. He doesn't care about making money off of hacking Nintendo. I think that's very obvious. I don't know why Nintendo, like, are you out of your mind right now? Seriously? But then they're like, well, if he goes the opposite route where he's kind of resisting, we're gonna be like, hey, we will sue you, bitch. Like into oblivion. We will absolutely just destroy you. So that's kind of funny. They're just like literally like threaten him or first praise him, then try to coerce him, and then if that doesn't work, threaten him. So that's Nintendo's plan. Here's some chat logs with, I'm assuming, like, people pretending to be, like, fellow hackers or people involved in the hacking community, like, trying to trick him into saying, like, I'm gonna make money off of my hacks. Literally, it's just a conversation. You can read all this stuff on Twitter or wherever you want. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. But pretty much, it says, when are you going into mass production? How much for modding my 3DS? Well, blah, 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 blah. People are like, when I have my own factory with thousands of agents, like I said earlier. Are you hacking a PAL 3DS? Like all these questions. And apparently the hacking community is kind of like caught on to people in the company trying to get into these forums and oust them. So they don't really talk too much, apparently. Like I said, I'm not in this community, so I don't know. Check this out. This is the plan for how things could go. They put so much effort and detail into every aspect of this, and I swear to God, I feel like this guy was just doing this for fun in his spare time, because like I said, look at his accolades, look at his career. This man has a life. Knock and talk, we got the staging, approach, contact, regroup, reiterate desire for discussion, blah, blah, blah. That's if the subject response is regroup or discussion. Subject contacts Nintendo, question mark, a negative outcome, team withdraws, extend, like positive outcome, like subject to execute settlement agreement, collaboration agreement to be finalized for later, pending NCL approval. They talked about how they may even want to collaborate with him if like things go well, because he's such a good, he's good at what he does, right? Obviously, like, oh, this guy knows what he's doing. They've worked with hackers in the past, like with Wii U exploits and things like that. And I think they might have even worked with him. Again, I've not read through all of it. It's a lot to read, but the stuff that I'm highlighting is pretty out of control. And there goes just some more random hubbabaloo and hubbabadoo. Here's the actual file right here. Captain Ahab's artwork has it right here. I tried to download it. It just went to Photoshop and said, this file doesn't work. And I'm like, I give up. And the best part of this entire investigation is the fact that it's called Belgian Waffle. You racist sons of bitches. And they had next steps, other targets, proposed next target suggestions. Yellows 8, Marcon, GeoHot, developer profiles for each target, confirm real identity and physical location, determine hacker status. They are not playing games when it comes to hackers. Like, you thought maybe you just got a little email and they said, hey, buddy, cut it out, which that's what it should be, really. Because most hackers are literally, they're not in this for financial gain. They're just having fun. They're just tinkering around with things. The people that hack things are tinkerers, okay, Nintendo? They're not malicious. They're not trying to make money off of your hard work. Maybe some of them, obviously, but I feel like most of them aren't. I could be wrong. Formalize hacker bounty and promote positive image of Nintendo. What they basically wanted to do was get these hackers on Nintendo's side and push the idea out that hacking's bad, don't hack Nintendo stuff and all this and everything. I don't know how it worked. A couple of hackers have come out and said that they have talked to Nintendo through emails and everything, and they didn't approach them and stuff. So maybe these are just special occasions for high value targets, but it is really out of control. Like, just looking at all this, it's ridiculous and pretty insane to me that they would put so much time, effort, and manpower into someone who I feel like is not really a threat, right? Obviously, if he puts the stuff out there, then someone can take his hard work and make money off of it. So they do need to address it, but I feel like this much intimidation and time and effort is just, it's overkill, Nintendo. What are you doing? I don't know. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of this format. I like the format. I'm having fun with it, and hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. See you later.
So I want to say thank you to your loyalty. Thank you for your support.